Hey guys, this is Rabbitearsblog. Sorry that I don't really have my camera's not really working right now, so you can't really see my face right now. But I'm doing my first live Q&A show that I've done um since I believe the last time I did a live Q&A show was way back in August of last year. So, I mean, November of last year. So yeah, it's been a while since I last did a live Q&A show. So that's why yeah, I haven't done a live Q&A show for a while because I was busy getting a new internet service. So the internet we had before didn't do a very good job with connecting me to a lot of other viewers. So that's why I haven't done a live Q&A show for a while now. But now I'm getting back into doing a live Q&A show. And the reason why I'm doing a live Q&A show today instead of on a Friday or Saturday is because if you haven't seen my Sunday videos yesterday, I will be going to Soda City Comic Con next this coming weekend. So I won't be here for the weekend. Also next week I won't have any new videos posted up for Sundays. So that's why I have to do a live show on Monday or today. But usually I do a live Q&A show on a Friday or Saturday. But just for this month, I'm doing it on a Monday because I'll be going to Soda City Comic Con this weekend. And also, I tried to do a live show last week on a Friday, but I was having some technical problems. And it seems like I still have a bit of technical problems, but it's not as bad as it was before. So, it's just right now I'm not showing my face because I still having problems with my camera. But yeah, that's why I'm doing it on Monday. So please feel free to ask me any kind of questions. So let's see if there's anybody has any questions. Let's see if I can refresh the page. All right. So just keep those questions coming. The questions can be about dealing with comic books, TV shows, movies, whichever. So please feel free to ask me any questions that deals with those, and I'll see if we got any questions up and running. So let me check into that. Just 1 second, guys. So far we got one viewer in, so great. So still looking for some questions, just waiting for my computer to load. Like I said, I've been having some internet connection problems, and that's why I haven't done any I haven't done any kind of Q&A session since November. So that's why all these things are popping up. So if you're hearing a lot of things popping up, that's I'm getting a lot of things popping up on my thing. So let's see. Yeah, so I got a lot of things to go through. So let's see where we could go. And again, thanks to everybody who's coming in for the live Q&A show. I know it's been a while since I've done a live Q&A show, but so much has been going on lately, and I just haven't been able to do the Q&A shows like I wanted to. So everybody keep the questions coming. And just please feel free to ask me any kind of questions you want to ask me. Like, it could be movies or TV shows, whichever. All right. So let's see what kind of questions we got. Okay. Cartoon Critic says, hello. Hey, Cartoon Critic. And he asked, what's your favorite book series? My favorite book series has been Harry Potter. I think I collected all the Harry Potter books. Like, I got the illustrated editions of Harry Potter. I also got the regular books of Harry Potter. So I really enjoyed collecting Harry Potter. Oh, hey, Scotty. But yeah, Harry Potter has always been my favorite book series of all time. I like to collect all kinds of things that deal with Harry Potter. So that's my favorite book series. The next quick question from the Cartoon Critic is, do you have a favorite comic book superhero? My favorite comic book superhero is the X-Men. I've been loving the characters from the X-Men universe, and some of my favorite X-Men characters were Colossus and Storm and Wolverine. Those are like my three main favorite X-Men characters. And some other superheroes, comic book superheroes I liked were Batman. I do a lot of I like to collect a lot of things that deal with Batman. I like to read a lot of Batman comics. So he's like probably one of my favorite superheroes from the DC comics, and from the Marvel comics is the X-Men for the most part. The next question from the Cartoon Critic is, I used to read the Archie Sonic comics. I did too. I used to read a lot of the Archie Sonic the Hedgehog comics before the series finally ended, I believe last year or a few years ago. But I used to read that all the time. Like, I really liked the Endgame saga that came out in the 90s. That was like my favorite storyline from the Archie Sonic the Hedgehog comic books. So yeah, I really enjoyed that too. And Scotty says, "Hey, um, the next question comes from Cartoon Critic, and he says, "What's your favorite cartoon series as a kid?" Um, I've always loved the Angry Beavers when I was younger. I used to watch that all the time on Nickelodeon, and I also used to watch Rugrats and Hey Arnold. So I was like a Nickelodeon kid when I was younger. I used to watch a lot of cartoons from Nickelodeon, and then some other cartoon series I used to watch a lot that are not from Nickelodeon. I used to watch Powerpuff Girls a lot when I was little. That was like one of my favorite cartoons growing up. And I used to watch Dexter's Laboratory also when I was younger. So those are some of my favorite cartoon series I used to watch as a kid. I used to watch a lot more than that, but those are some of the main ones that come to mind. This question comes from Scotty, and he asked, "How are you doing tonight? Hope you're having a good summer." Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. My summer's been pretty good so far. I mean, I haven't really gone to any places this summer, but I've been having a good and relaxing summer lately, and hopefully I have a fun time at Soda City Comic Con this weekend, so I can't wait for that. The next question from Scotty is, what are your top three Nickelodeon shows of all time? I mentioned that probably my three favorite Nickelodeon shows this is kind of difficult because I have a lot of favorites, but I name of three from the top of my head. I like Hey Arnold, The Angry Beavers, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Those are probably my three top favorite Nickelodeon shows of all time. I always enjoyed those shows. Let's see the next question. Scotty says, Batman and Wolverine, cool. Yeah, I those are my favorite characters of all time from the comic books. I always like reading a lot of things that deal with Batman and Wolverine. So those are some of my favorites. The Cartoon Critic asked, "Are there any movies you're looking forward to?" Let's see. There's a bunch of movies that's been released. Let's see. I am looking forward to Aquaman. Um, Even though there's been a lot of mixed things about what's going on with Justice League, but I am looking forward to Aquaman. I'm also looking forward to Shazam because that looks like a fun movie. Even though I'm not like the biggest reader of Shazam, so I don't know a lot about Shazam, but he seems like an interesting character to get into. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I really need to watch Avengers Infinity Wars. I've already seen Black Panther and I loved it. So I need to watch Avengers Infinity Wars as soon as possible. The Cartoon Critic said, I want to see the Justice League movie, even though I know it's going to be bad. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about the Justice League movie. I know I've been hearing a lot of bad things about the movie, but I am curious about it. So, I might watch the Justice League movie, even though I've heard a lot of bad things about it. I might have a different opinion about it if I watch it. Scotty says, will you be getting the DC Universe online subscription? What would you most likely like to watch first? I might get that. I have Netflix and Hulu so far, and watching the DC Universe, I am interested in checking that out, especially since Young Justice is going to be on there, and that's the show I really wanted to rewatch again, especially after it got canceled the first time. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in checking out the DC Universe online and see if I could get it, so I could start watching Young Justice and see what they got on there. Let's see. The Cartoon Critic asks, have you ever went to any cons? I mentioned at the beginning of this show that I will be going to Soda City Comic Con this weekend. This will be my second year going to Soda City Comic Con, so I have been to some Comic Cons before. Mostly Soda City Comic Con has been the only one I've been to so far, even though I really wanted to go to San Diego Comic Con and New York Comic Con. But I really enjoy Soda City Comic Con. It's like a Comic Con that's held in South Carolina, and I really liked it so far. So I'm definitely really excited to go to Soda City Comic Con this weekend, and I can't wait to see who they're gonna have at Soda City Comic Con. Actually, they're gonna be having Billy West and the actor who plays Luke Cage there, so I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to get to the Comic Con this weekend. Next question comes from Scotty, and he asks, "What are some of your favorite superhero movies of all time?" Um, I really love the Avengers from Marvel. That's always been like my all-time favorite Marvel movie. It's just a perfect mixture of drama and humor, so I really enjoy the Avengers. I also really enjoy The Dark Knight. I think that was like one of the best Batman movies I ever seen of all time. And some other Marvel movies, I really enjoy Black Panther. Like, I think that's a really good Marvel movie. I also like Captain America Winter Soldier. So those are some good Marvel movies. There's some good superhero movies I have seen. Next question comes from the Cartoon Critic, and he asks, DC or Marvel? That's a tough one because honestly, I like both companies. Like, they both have like superheroes I like and superheroes, superheroes I can relate to. And it's really hard to say between the two of them, but if I have to pick between one of them, it'd definitely be Marvel. That's because they got the X-Men and Spider-Man, and those are some of my favorite superhero characters. So definitely Marvel if I have to choose between DC and Marvel, but I personally like both of them. Scotty asked, "I'm with you guys on Justice League for sure." Same here. I still would want to see Justice League just to see how it's like. Even though I've been hearing a lot of bad things about the movie, I still want to see Justice League. Scotty says, do you ever feel overwhelmed with how much superhero content is out there in this information age? Or is it a case of you can't have too much of a good thing?" Not really, to be honest. Like, I think, I would be feeling overwhelmed about with all the superhero content if we were getting like 5 superhero movies a year instead of like 3, like we're getting each year. If they went to that point where it's like, excuse me, like we're getting like 10 superhero movies in one year, then I would feel overwhelmed because that would be too much. But there has been a lot of superhero content being released lately, especially with TV and movies and stuff like that. But I usually don't mind because I think it's not as much as I think we're getting, so I don't feel too overwhelmed with the superhero genre being kind of overflooded right now. Cartoon Critic asks, "Are cons expensive?" It can be. Like, it depends where you go and what kind of things you buy. But when you buy the tickets and stuff like that, it's usually not that expensive. Although it kind of depends on what Comic Con you're going to. Like, some Comic Cons, they can be expensive with their ticket sales. Others, like the one I'm going to now, is not that expensive with the ticket sales. But they can get quite pricey when you're meeting with an actor or somebody like that. Like, I wanted to get a pick with the actor who's playing Luke Cage, but that costs some money too. So it all depends what you're going to buy at a Comic Con, and it all depends if you're willing to pay extra to meet this person or something like that. So it really all depends on the Comic Con itself. Cartoon Critic asks, "Have you seen the DuckTales reboot? The first season just wrapped up." I've been meaning to watch that for a while. I just never had time to check out the DuckTales reboot, even though I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. But yeah, I really want to watch it, but I haven't been able to. But hopefully I'll be watching it this weekend. Scotty says, "What's your let's see. What's your favorite thing you got from a con? Have you met someone famous at a con before?" Some of my favorite things I got from the Comic Con is like comic books. I like to collect comic books whenever I can. I also love collecting Funko Pops whenever they have those. So I definitely enjoy getting Funko Pops and comic books. I also like getting the art prints from the artists themselves. that's something I've really enjoyed. As for meeting somebody famous, this coming weekend, for the Soda City Comic Con, I will be. Hopefully, I'll meet Billy West and the actor who plays Luke Cage. So they be the first famous people I actually met in person. So I can't wait to meet those two. Also the person who plays provides the voice for Ed from Fullmetal Alchemist is going to be there too. So Vic McNora, I think that's his name. But I will be meeting them this coming Saturday, so they be the first famous people I actually met in a Comic Con. So I'm really excited. Scotty asked, "What is your dream job? Would it have to do with TV or comics?" I've always wanted to be a writer. Like I've always wanted to write novels or stuff like that. Maybe I could delve into writing screenplays for TV shows and stuff like that. But yeah, I've always been interested in writing scripts and stuff like that. I just haven't been able to find the time to do so. But yeah, if it's like any kind of dream job, I definitely like to write scripts or anything like that. And I would like to write scripts for comic books or something like that, or maybe for movies and TV shows. That'd be pretty cool. Or maybe just write my own novel, but that's my dream job. Next question comes from the Cartoon Critic, and he asks, "This may be a personal question, but what do you do when you're not making videos?" I watch TV, or I just sleep most of the time, stuff like that. Or sometimes I write reviews for certain books or comic books I've read recently. Those are some of the things I like to do in my spare time, like watch TV, watch movies, stuff like that. The Cartoon Critic asks, "I get the impression you're a busy person." Yeah, I'm pretty busy most of the time. Like sometimes I do go out to other places whenever I'm not doing videos and stuff like that. So sometimes my family would have these get-togethers and we do those things. Excuse me. We do those things a lot. So sometimes I'm not really at doing videos a lot because I be doing get-togethers with my family. So yeah, I'm kind of busy most of the time. Next question comes from Scotty, and he asks, "What was your favorite season of Luke Cage?" Honestly, I haven't seen Luke Cage yet. My dad has watched Luke Cage, but I never had the time to watch Luke Cage. But hopefully I might start watching Luke Cage this week, especially since I'll be meeting the actor who plays him this weekend. So I'm definitely gonna try to watch Luke Cage sometime this week. Scotty says, "Good question at the Cartoon Critic." And let's see. Next question from Scotty is favorite Harry Potter book. I would have to go with The Goblet of Fire, the fourth book. I thought that was like the most interesting book out of the entire Harry Potter series. Like that was the point where the series really took a turn into getting more exciting, and like a lot of events started unfolding in that book, especially with the return of the big bad in that book. So I definitely like Harry Potter and The Goblet of Fire the best. Next question comes from the Cartoon Critic, and he asks, "Have you ever wanted to write a book series?" Yeah, there were some ideas I had about a book series I wanted to write. Like I wanted to write something that deals with a girl who tries to fight against aliens or something like that. That was one of the ideas I was going with, but I gotta work on it or something like that. But hopefully I'll write a book series soon and try to get out of the market as soon as I get a good idea for it. Next question comes from the Cartoon Critic, and he asks, favorite YouTubers? I have a lot of favorite YouTubers, but some of them are like Hayden Claire Heroes, Comic Uno, Comic Frontline, Geekvolution. Who else I liked? Randy Santel, Raina Hong. I hope I pronounced the last name right, but I probably didn't. But those are some of my favorite YouTube channels. I think they're great YouTubers, and I like to watch a lot of their videos a lot. Mel Sanchez says Villainous by Alan E. Terrell updated. For those of you who don't know what Villainous is, it's like this cartoon series that was created by Alan E. Terrell, and sort of like similar to Invader Zim in tone, but you can find the series on YouTube, and I really enjoy the series so far. Like it reminds me a lot of Invader Zim, but a lot more funnier. So definitely check out Villainous. Sorry about that. the notification feed is like kind of going up and down. The cartoon critic asked, "What is Luke Cage?" Luke Cage is like this superhero series. That's like on Netflix. It's like a part of the Marvel Netflix series, and like he's like one of the most recognizable superheroes in the Marvel universe. So definitely check out the show whenever you get the chance to. Scotty asked, "Put the CW show from most favorite to least. Black Lightning, Supergirl, Arrow, Flash, and Legends of Tomorrow." I would have to go with Supergirl being my favorite, then the Flash, then Arrow, then possibly Black Lightning, then Legends of Tomorrow. Like, I haven't actually seen Legends of Tomorrow Black Lightning yet, but I have seen Supergirl, Arrow, and Flash, and I think Supergirl does the best job with developing the characters and with storytelling. Flash was pretty good in the first season, but then second season onwards it kind of went downhill a bit. And Arrow, it definitely went downhill by the third season, by the start of the third season, I believe. So that's how I feel about the CW shows at this point. Mel Sanchez says, "Luna and others, I got lots of concept art. Invaders in Prison art comics 34 and 35. And Alan E. Terrell is great." Oh, great. The cartoon critic said, "Have you heard about the live action Kim Possible movie?" Yeah, I have. I'm not sure when the movie's coming out, but I have heard about it, and I am interested in it, to be honest. Like, I think it would be if out of all the cartoon characters that should get a live action movie, I think it'd be great if Kim Possible got one, because the fact that most of the characters are all humans, it would work well with a live action setting. So I'm definitely interested in this Kim Possible movie. See who they're gonna cast as Kim Possible. I did hear that Chrissy Carlson Romano is coming back in the Kim Possible live action movie, but she's going to be a different character. So I am interested to see how they're going to handle her character, handle her in the new Kim Possible live action film. Mel Sanchez says, "Luna Half Ghost is my mascot." Cool. Scotty asked, "What do you think about YouTube vloggers and Instagram users becoming millionaires off their content?" That's an interesting question. It kind of depends on what they're doing. Like, there will be some YouTubers and Instagrammers that do get famous for bad reasons. But it depends. If they were getting famous for like good reasons, like they're great singers, or they're like excuse me, like they do stuff like do movie reviews and stuff like that, I'd be okay with that. But if they've got famous like doing bad things, like insult somebody and stuff like that, then I'd be kind of hesitant about all of that. But I think for me, it really depends on what they're doing that would make them famous. The cartoon critic asked, "How do you feel about character deaths in stories? Do you like them or hate them?" It really depends what the character died for, and it depends not the death has any meaning, because I feel like with comic book deaths, like every time they kill off a character and then bring them back, I feel like it kind of downgrades their death, because it's like at the edge of your mind, that this character is coming back, but then they kill them off, and it's like, who cares? They're going to come back anyway. So I think with character deaths, if they stay dead permanently, I think that would create like a real tension with the audience, because it's like, oh, we know this character is going to die for real. They can't come back. So as long as they don't like bring them back for trivial reasons or something like that, I'm okay with character deaths as long as it's handled well. Mel Sanchez says, "Pokemon Go let go Pikachu and Eevee, no more pre-orders." Oh, that's terrible. I can't believe they let it go of Pikachu and Eevee. I think those are like the mascots of the Pokemon franchise. I can't believe they're doing that. Next question comes from Scotty, and he asked, "What are your thoughts on the upcoming Supergirl movie?" Honestly, I'm kind of like, why do we need a Supergirl movie? We have a Supergirl TV series, so why make a Supergirl movie? And then I am interested to see who they're going to cast in the Supergirl movie. They're obviously not going to cast the same people from the TV series, but overall, I feel like, why do we need a Supergirl movie if we have a TV series that's doing everything that we wanted to see with Supergirl? So that's my thoughts about this new Supergirl movie, and again, I'm wondering why they have to make it now because, you know, we have a TV show that's doing everything we wanted from Supergirl. Mel Sanchez says, your favorite Shawmex 2 video? I have enjoyed the stuff they done with Invader Zim and Villainous because I really enjoyed those two shows. So I like the content they did with those two shows. Scotty says, well said about the vloggers and creators. Thanks. Mel Sanchez says, what is your favorite content from Luna and others? I haven't seen those videos yet, but I will see those videos soon. So I'll get back to you on that. The Cartoon Critic says, what's your favorite cliche? My favorite has to be the evil twin cliche. That's kind of difficult to answer. Let's see, my favorite cliche. Let's see. Cliche. I do like the evil twin cliche too, so yeah, I guess that's my favorite cliche. The Cartoon Critic asks, have you ever played in DC games like Injustice? I haven't played Injustice yet, but I have played the Batman Arkham series. I really enjoyed the Batman Arkham series, especially the first 2 or 3 that we played. I think we're currently playing Batman Arkham Knight, so I can't wait to see how that's gonna go. So guys, I'll be wrapping up the video around 8:30. So if you got any more questions to ask, please feel free to ask me before 8:30. Mel Sanchez says, how to make an online gallery for Luna and others concept artwork. I'm not sure about that. All I can really tell you is maybe you go on Instagram and post some of the images up, and then grab some of the photos from Instagram, and then put it together in your little art gallery on your laptop or something like that. That's one way you can make an online art gallery for your Luna and others. Scotty says, what TV show would you like to bring back? Oh, there's so many TV shows I like to bring back. One of it is the Angry Beavers for one thing. I like to see them approach that rebooted idea. I honestly want them to bring back Wolverine the X-Men, the cartoon series, the one that has Wolverine as the main character, because I wanted to see them finish up the storylines they were trying to make before the show got canceled. So that's one show I definitely want to see them bring back. I definitely want to see them bring back Firefly too. I know it's continuing in the comic books, but I want to see how they're able to wrap up a lot of things with Fireflies. Although I think that's going to be difficult because the actor who played I forgot. Oh, Shepard. He recently passed away, so that's going to be hard to do. But I like to see if they can bring back Firefly one of these days. Scotty asked, what comic would you like to be revived? I like to see Joss Whedon go back and do Astonishing X-Men again. Even though you know, he already wrapped up that run, but I like to see him go back to Astonishing X-Men again. I'm trying to think of some other comic books out there that I want to see brought back, but none come. Well, I would love to see Archie do Sonic the Hedgehog again, but you know what happened there, so you know, I don't. I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog is back in the comics, but, you know, they're not with Archie right now, so that's kind of sad for me. Mel Sanchez says, favorite Alan E. Terrell history? I'm not sure about that. All I can really say is that I like the fact that he created Villainous, but that's all I can really say about that. Scotty says, my last question, what can we expect from your channel in the future? Good question. I'm gonna try to start doing a lot more monthly Q&As. This is something I wanted to work on for a while. Like I haven't done any monthly Q&As since last year in November, so it's been a while since I've done one. But I'm definitely planning to do more monthly Q&As again. I'm gonna try to get my equipment fixed so I can start doing it a lot more. And then let's see. I'm going to try to start reviewing more newer shows. I still have that my top TV episodes of the week thing. And once most of the TV shows I've been watching come back on air, I could go back and start doing that again. So those are some things I'm hoping to do for the channel in the near future. Mel Sanchez says, my favorite history story is Pokemon. Yeah, I found Pokemon's history to be really interesting. Like, I actually did a video about that on my other channel, Animation Bliss, about top 15 facts about Pokemon. So I was always interested about the history of Pokemon, especially with their controversial episodes. So that's pretty cool. The next question comes from the Cartoon Critic, and he asks, there is a controversy on cartoons that have a drama, that they start off comedic and they fall into a dramatic story. Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot with cartoons lately. Like, I think it's kind of good though, depending on how well it's being handled. Like, sometimes you have like cartoon series that do start off comedic and then they get serious later on, but if it's handled the wrong way, that could be really bad for the cartoon series. But then if you have a cartoon series that's like, yeah, we start off comedic, but we're going to drama territory because we're trying to develop these characters, then I'm okay with that as long as they do it right. The Cartoon Critic says, I want to do a Q&A, but I don't have a lot of viewers and subs. Same here, honestly. I don't have a lot of viewers and subs myself, so that's why this one's kind of like just for 30 minutes until I get more views and subs. So hopefully I can extend it to like an hour, depending on how many viewers I get in the future. So we'll see about that. Mel Sanchez says, Luna others history interests. I don't know much about Luna others, so I don't know much about their history. Mel Sanchez says, Pikachu, let's go. I hope I can still play it. Oh, I like to play that. I like to see what that game is like. The Cartoon Critic said, so advice for you, Rabbitearsblog, but a lot of tags in your videos. Yeah, there is a lot of tags in my videos. Okay. So we reached the 8:30 mark. So if you have any last minute questions, please answer them in the comments below. Mel Sanchez just said, Invader Zim and crossover. That'd be pretty cool. I like to see Invader Zim get a crossover with the Cats and Villainous if they can do that, because they seem like those type of characters that would fit in very well with the Invader Zim universe. So that would be pretty cool. Scotty says, thank you very much, Rabbitearsblog. Great show. Keep creating and doing your thing. Thanks, Scotty. I will. Thank you so much for coming in and asking me these questions. I'm glad to answer them. The Cartoon Critic said, for me, it's 7:32. Oh, it's like a different time zone where you're at? Okay. For my clock, it says 8:33. So, yeah, it might be a different time zone. But if you have any last minute questions, please feel free to ask them down below. All right. See if there's any more questions. Okay, I'll go ahead and start wrapping up this video. So it's 8:30 and I'm wrapping up this Q&A session. Thank you for everybody who came to this Q&A session. I know it's been a while since I last did a live Q&A. Oh, one last question. Cartoon Critic, do you think the Sonic movie might be good? Honestly, I'm not thrilled about the idea that Sonic the Hedgehog is going to be part live action, because I was hoping it's going to be fully animated, because I think Sonic would work out better as a fully animated film. But then they announced all the actors and actresses who's going to be in the movie, so I might be interested in this movie just to see what it's like. But we'll have to wait and see how Sonic the Hedgehog movie's going to do. I don't know, I have reservations about it, because especially since it's half live action, but I guess we have to wait and see how this movie's going to do. Scotty said, last question. Okay. So he asked, what movie would you like to see be remade? I would love for them to remake Superman down the line. Like, I felt like Superman never really had a good movie since the 1970s when it first came out. So I like to see them remake Superman down the line someday. Some other movies, I like to see them remake the X-Men movies. Like, hopefully once Marvel gets the rights to the X-Men, maybe we could get better X-Men movies in the near future. So those are some movies I like to see be remade. Mel Sanchez says, Luna others more content when I get to it. Okay, we'll see. I'll see your videos on that. And they said, have a good day. And the Cartoon Critic says, bye, have a good day. Okay, everybody, I'll see you later. Thanks for all the questions you guys gave me. So I guess we'll go ahead and start wrapping up this live Q&A show. I'd like to thank everybody who came to this live Q&A show and asked me all these awesome questions. So some things I'll be doing for the channel in the near future. Oh, Scotty says great show and great Q&As. And then he said bye. Bye, Scotty. So some things I'm going to do for the future of this channel. I will be trying to do more Q&As every month, so I'll let everybody know on Twitter and on Discord when I'll do the live Q&A sessions. And also I'll be going to the Soda City Comic Con this Saturday, so there won't be any videos coming up next week. So I will have some videos posted up either Monday or Tuesday, depending on how much footage I get from the Soda City Comic Con. So tune in for Monday or Tuesday for some videos I get from the Soda City Comic Con. I'll let everybody know how much fun I had at the Soda City Comic Con this weekend. Well, I hope you enjoyed this live Q&A session, and I hope to see everybody come back for next month's live Q&A session. This is Rabbitearsblog, and I'll see you later.